Good morning or good afternoon, children, as you listen to this assembly. The title of this assembly is Giving Thanks When Times Are Difficult. And Tricia Roberts is going to read from a story in the Bible, from Acts 16, verse 16 to the end of the chapter, that talks about an adventure that Paul, an apostle of Jesus, and his friend Silas had. And they gave thanks when times were really difficult. It's easy to say thank you, isn't it? When it's your birthday, or your football team has won, or you've just had something really amazing happen. But in today's story, listen out for how Paul and Silas said thank you when things were difficult, and then I'll meet you back again after Tricia's told us the story.
Paul and Silas were disciples of Jesus, and they were going telling everybody all over the known world about Jesus. They were in Philippi, and they got into trouble with the authorities. "Take these criminals," said the magistrate to the jailer, "and put them in the deepest part of the prison." The jailer knew about Paul and Silas. Everyone had been talking about them for days. Now he'd been told that they were very dangerous. So he took them to the inner cells and put their feet in the stocks. He slammed and bolted the door behind them. Alone in the dark cell, Paul and Silas began to pray. Then Silas began to sing and to thank God, and Paul joined him quietly. Then loudly they both began to sing praises and thanks to God. The other prisoners heard them through the walls. What could this strange singing mean? It was so strange. No one ever sang songs in that dark, fearful place. But they could hear these two strangers singing, and sometimes shaking their chains and laughing and praising God at the tops of their voices. That was when it happened, right in the middle of the night. A violent earthquake suddenly shook the whole of Philippi. The tremor shattered the foundations of the prison. The gates flew off their hinges, and the doors of the cells were left broken and hanging on clouds of dust. The jailer woke up and stumbled into the darkness, coughing. All the prisoners were escaping. He was sure of it. They must be. He could see broken chains lying everywhere. He could hear men moving around. The jailer knew that this was the end for him, because if his prisoners escaped, especially those two dangerous criminals, Paul and Silas, he would pay for it with his own life. He unsheathed his sword and was about to fall on it when Paul cried out, "Don't harm yourself. We're all here. Every single prisoner. None of us has run away." The jailer let his sword drop with a clatter. He shouted, "Lights! Lights!" Men brought flaming torches, and in the gloom he saw the smiling faces of Paul and Silas, sitting with the stocks and chains lying broken all around them. Nearby were all the other prisoners. Softly, Paul was singing another hymn to the amazement of them all. He and Silas clapped their hands and sang praises and said thank you to God.
Wasn't that an amazing story? I think it's one of my favourite stories in all of the New Testament in the Bible, when Paul and Silas sing hymns in a really difficult time. Then there's an earthquake, and then the jailer gets helped. And in the Bible it says that his whole family got baptised round about midnight. What an amazing story. And then after the story that Tricia Roberts told us, it says that Paul and Silas met again with someone called Lydia, and that was the forming of the first church in Philippi. But they did something amazing, didn't they? They said thank you. They sang hymns. So we're going to say thank you now in some prayers that I've got today. We're going to say thank you for those that help us. So let's pray. We thank you, God, for those whose work sustains us and helps us. We thank you for those who work day and night, for the police, for those that work in the fire service and the ambulance service. Thank you for these people that work in difficult situations, but they're always ready to help us. And thank you that many people have been and are and will be helped by these people. Amen. And in our next prayer, we're just going to do the Lord's Prayer. I know some of you have been studying the Lord's Prayer this week in at least one of the schools. And as we say the Lord's Prayer, let's give thanks for all that God gives us. And we're going to have this time and this opportunity to say thank you. Our Father, who is in heaven, hallowed be your name. Your kingdom come, your will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our sins as we forgive those who sin against us. Lead us not into temptation, but away from evil. For the power and the kingdom and the glory are yours, now and forever. Amen. So see you again next week, children, as we come across another story from the Bible. And I hope this week you can give thanks and see what a difference it makes in your life, even when things are difficult.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieved. How precious did that grace appear the hour I first believed. My chains are gone, I've been set free. My God, my Savior has ransomed me. And like a flood, His mercy reigns. Unending love, amazing grace. The Lord has promised good to me. His word my hope secures. He will my shield and portion be, as long as life endures. The earth shall soon dissolve like snow. The sun forbear to shine, but God who called me here below will be forever mine. My chains are gone, been set free. My God, my Savior has ransomed me. And like a flood, His mercy reigns. Unending love, amazing grace. My chains are gone, I've been set free. My God, my Savior has ransomed me. And like a flood, His mercy reigns. Unending love, amazing grace. Unending love, amazing grace. Unending